How to automatically record, store, and share Zoom calls using automation. This is what we're going to be going over. Why you should do this, how to actually do this, and a free bonus at the end. Why should you actually waste your time setting this up? Firstly, it gives you a chance to look over sales call. Everyone says this is the key to sales for a reason. It works. It's priceless to analyze your sales call, see all your common objections and how you handle them, and it will also create an entire storage of calls which any new salespeople you hire can look over. Secondly, you can organize different client calls. Sort all of your check-in calls with clients in places which are easy to find and use. So if you ever need to come back to a certain call, this will make your life 10 times easier. And lastly, immediately share check-in calls with clients so they can go over their own recordings. This allows your clients to have a recording which they can access when they please to go over all your priceless advice. Before I show you this step-by-step guide on how to actually set this up, let's go over what you'll need to have to actually make this happen. The first thing you'll need is a Zapier account. If you want a tutorial how to set this up, just check this video right here. It's a step-by-step guide on how to set up your own Zapier account and begin making your automations. The second thing you'll need is a premium Zoom account. This is not going to work on a free version as we have to save the recording to the Zoom cloud. There is a way to do this without having a premium account, but it's a bit more complicated. So if you want me to make a video about that, just drop a comment and I'll try my best to actually get that recorded for you guys. Now that we've gone over everything that you need, let's go through the step-by-step guide how to make this automation work. Step 1, you have to set up a calendar event on your Zoom call. Now, if you're running an SMA agency, 90% of you are using Calendly or software similar to that. The reason we have this set up is because every time you create a Zoom meeting on Calendly, it will automatically create the meeting name with a specific type of meeting you're having. For example, if you have a sales call, in the title, there'll be sales. If you're having a check-in call, within the title of the Zoom meeting, it will be check-in call. This will allow us to then filter it through when we have automation to the different sections within Notion or whatever storage place you're using to store these calls. So for example, on my Calendly, I've got check-in calls with clients, demonstration calls, free training calls, discovery calls, feedback calls, and automation proposals. Now, every single time someone books in a call, if it's on Zoom, the Zoom call will automatically have one of these titles within the name. This makes it a lot easier to filter through and store in the right place. Alright, let's go straight into Zapier to actually make this automation. The first step, as always, is a trigger. And for this, we're going to be using new recording in Zoom within a Zoom and Zapier integration. The next step is to create different paths for the different types of meeting you're having. If you're only using Zoom for your sales calls, there's no need to add a path step. Just go straight to the next step, which is actually creating the database in your CRM or however you want to do it. But if you're like me and you have a bunch of different types of meetings with clients on Zoom, add a path step to try filter through. Now, you do need a premium account for this, I believe. On Zapier, they have a free trial. So if you want to test it out before you actually invest. Once you've created different paths, let's actually filter it through so the right recordings can get added to the right space. So quite simply, all you have to do is click on path rules. You can name your Zap whatever you want. Only continue if the topic contains a particular word you like. For example, if I want it to be just my strategy sessions or my review sessions, I'll put session as the keyword. So now any meeting that has a title containing anything with session will go down this path only. And any other meeting will go down here. Another example is if you wanted to save your demonstration calls or your sales calls, you put a topic containing the word sales. Repeat this step every single one of your paths and all the different types of meetings you have on Zoom. Now that that's set up, make sure to test it with an example. Guys, I can't stress how important it is to actually test your automations as you're making them. It will save you a lot of headaches in the future when you're trying to figure out what's actually wrong. Doing it as you go can help you spot mistakes as soon as they begin forming. So now that we've set up all the different paths and filters, let's actually find a place to put these recordings in when they come in. Now, we use Notion. We have a custom database there where you put all the recordings there and store them in different sections. You can use whatever you'd like. Before Notion, I was using Google Drive. I just had a folder and all of my calls will go there. Once again, it's completely up to you, wherever you prefer. You can use the same foundations and template or kind of style that I'm using within this step in Notion on your own CRM or your own storage place. So if you're using Notion like me, all you'd have to do is launch up the Notion app and select create a database in Notion. Then choose your Notion account, select your database. Now you'd have to set this up before in your database, but what we have meeting name, we have the duration, we have the date, and we have the recording URL. So for example, this right here I'm looking at is a weekly brainstorming session that I have with my clients. We do this twice a month to go over new potential automation ideas to help them save even more time. As you can see, I put the meeting name here, the duration, so how long the meeting was here, the date right here, and the recording URL. The last thing I do is create what type of meeting it is within Notion. This will help it organize it into the different section later. As you can see here, I've got different tabs for each type of recording just to make it super easy to come back to if I ever need to. So it's a weekly check-in call, so I'll select select it here, and that's it. As always, make sure to test it. And as you see, if I were to retest this right now, it would come up on Notion as a new database item. Now, all you want to do is copy this and paste it below each of the different path rules. The only thing you have to change, if you're using Notion like me, is the actual type of recording. The rest will be exactly the same, as it automatically comes from Zoom. Now, this automation doesn't have to end here. There's a bunch of different things you can do. Let's say, for example, you wanted to send the sales call to a Slack channel. All you'd have to do is go on the specific sales call path and add an extra step to send a Slack channel message to your team with a recording URL. This makes it super easy to share all of your sales calls with the rest of your team so they can look over them and give you some feedback. Another thing you can do is send a weekly check-in call directly to clients. This is a bit more complex, but the basic layout is you'd have to create another step to send a Gmail to the client's email with the recording link, giving them access to the recording whenever they want. If you need any help setting that up and you want me to make another video breaking that step down specifically, just drop a comment below and I'll try my best to get it recorded for you guys. Now that you know how to set up this automation, don't waste any more time and do this immediately. Honestly, I would say the easiest way to actually store this is within Notion. So if you want access to the Notion template I showed at the beginning, all you have to do is take a screenshot of this video, like the video, subscribe, and I'll send it over to you for free on Instagram. If any of this sounded interesting, I've got a document with 4 actionable tools you can use to automate your agency. I have a run on autopilot so you can focus on the important things. There's even a savings calculator to show you the thousands that automations can save your agency. We usually give it to clients when they first sign up, but I'm more than happy to share it with you guys for free to get you started on an automation journey. This isn't even 1% of what we can do using automation. So if you want to move from operator to CEO without losing any personal touch or control of your agency, booking a demo call with our team, we're more than happy to speak to you and see if you're a good fit for us. We release all this content for free. The only thing we ask from you is to actually implement this in your agency because they can be a real game changer. If you have any questions about the automation in this video, just drop a comment below and I'll be more than happy to help you out. Until then, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.